Grant Cardone's 10X rule, the magic of thinking big. Like, damn, bro, like read something. Go do something for yourself. And get out of the monotony, because it's like all you're doing is living the same thing, the same day over and over on repeat. You're talking to the same people. You're complaining about the same exact thing. Just saw a dude who was working at Walmart distribution center. They had a memorial service for him at the job. He's been there for 36 years.
What are you doing today that makes you better than the person you were yesterday? That is part of the Ascension brand. That is the motto, the heart of what we stand for. When I pass away, I want people to know. I want people to remember me, not for the time that I've spent on this planet, but for the things that I have done to contribute to society. My mama raised a loser, but I broke the chains. I wasn't made to be a player, I was made to build a game.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dirty Trunk Podcast, where the elephant is always welcome. It is me, your boy Marcus Morton. Always here with me is D.A.J. Mullen, and we're back in the lab once again at 6:19 a.m. on this Saturday morning. But before we get started, please trample over that like and subscribe button. We do this for y'all because we love y'all, and we just want to give y'all the motivation to be better than y'all were yesterday. How are we doing, Mac?
Hey, Mark, I got time today.
We got time today.
I got time today. That's why I ain't on your head about getting on here punctual. You know what I'm saying? I got time today. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
Out here feeling refreshed, bro. I mean, it ain't gonna be long because I got something lined up already. But
Okay.
man, yeah, for real. How you been doing, Mark? I ain't even about to jump into the nitty gritty right yet. Well, how you been doing, man?
Bro, I've been doing pretty good. Just in the trenches. Get knocking out like just the steps that ChatGPT gave me to make this game.
Yeah.
And just bro, like if y'all don't find like some type of AI tool, assistant, or whatever to just at least get something started.
Yeah.
Y'all slipping. Y'all wasting time. Y'all
Or just the different ideas from different perspectives, bro. Like
Facts.
that even that works a whole lot better than just staying in your own brain all day.
Yeah. But doing good over here, man. And just ready to get something started, bro. Just ready to just
Not
put something out there.
that AI joint. Well, you said AI, like they've literally put AI on everything. Like I
Facts.
type something down and it's like, all right, so we see what you got here. But let's make some suggestions real quick.
Facts.
And I'm just looking at that joint like, oh, bro, literally, like AI has made me a better writer. Cause I'm just over here like competing with the AI. Cause like, you got like stuff like Grammarly, and Grammarly is a joint that makes corrections to your writing and all that stuff like that. And I'll write something and it'll show you like the score. And it like at the bottom corner, it's like a 0 to 100, and it'll show you a score of like based on like punctualities, clarity, stuff like that. Like, so if you do something crazy, like you got to run on a sentence, that joint lower your score. So I'm just like, bet.
It's dope.
Should give you something to think about.
Yeah, that's because it's like you said, it gives you a different perspective, and it's almost like continuous learning, and that's definitely something everybody should be on. Because like you said, 9 times out of 10, people right now,
Hey, you're not coming through real clear right now. I think it's just because you were holding the microphone too far away, but
can you hear me?
I can hear you, but you were sounding far away. So
okay, that's good.
What happened to the arm that you had? You broke that joint?
No, I still got it. It was just I kept hitting it.
Oh yeah, I got you.
So I was like, I'll hold it. I'll do the whole holding board, but
Do the wine glass. for the whole podcast.
Yeah. But yeah, people they get stuck, bro, and it it's crazy because not only do they get stuck in their ways, they get stuck in their thought process. They get
Yeah,
just they they get stuck in a time period, and we've said this before, and they don't move past this time period, and
yeah.
they continue living, believing, not growing, just whatever they learned up until that point. That's it.
Ain't that the truth, bro? I I was just listening to one of our older episodes. Let me see what episode it was. It was episode 245. And we were talking about people being stuck in the place that they were born at, not moving 50 miles outside of the place that you were born, and just understanding based off of some of the things that I've been going through recently and listening to that, hearing you say that, I'm just like, yo, it's just so many people just dead.
Mm.
Like you just the walking dead, like you just a living zombie, bro. Like literally living the same day on repeat. You ain't doing nothing different, talking to the same old people about the same things. Yeah, they ain't throwing no diversity up in that man. It's wild, bro. It's wild. And like folks will be going through stuff and it'll be pressure, bro. Like straight up pressure, like the same pressure that we feel. It'll be the same type of pressure. And they'll sit up there and be like, all right, it's fine. And just complain about it instead of doing something about it. It's wild, man.
So, let me think. Is I never really understood why uh how that happens, because outside of you, the world is gonna constantly grow anyway. Like the world revolves, the world does this thing, and if you don't stay up with the times, it's still gonna go on without you. Like you might have stopped, you might have been stuck, but like the world still goes on, and that don't give you like no type of incentive to at least catch up or learn the
That's a
bare
good point.
minimum. I'm like, this isn't it's not taught in schools. It's not you learn about everything else in the school system, but stuff like uh uh how the world is gonna evolve as soon as you graduate, or like what it's gonna look like, or how damn, English, how you should navigate life after you graduate. It's just like
Well,
trades. It's
the problem with I got a whole beef with public education, dog. Like real talk, I got a whole beef. Not public education, but formal education.
mm,
Um,
there you go.
but I don't know if you ever went through this, but like you'll get a piece of information, and at first glance, it don't mean nothing to you. You just like, okay, now I know that. I don't know how to apply it. I don't know what I
Mm,
just listened to. I just know the words. But then you get into a
right.
situation and you can reflect back on it and you like, oh, yeah, I did kind of know something about that. So you'll go back and look at that same piece of information and now all of a sudden it opened up a little bit more to you. Let's see the problem with formal education, they teach you everything you need to know, but they don't teach you why it's important. So you'll learn all this history, all this math, algebra, science, social studies, and all this other stuff. But the problem is that they ain't teaching you
Uh,
critical reasoning. You don't learn critical reasoning until you get to college. So you done heard all that. You done went through 12 years of listening to a whole bunch of information that don't mean absolutely nothing to you. But then once you start learning the world, going into the direction that you're supposed to be going into, then all of a sudden you referring back to it like, oh damn, now that makes sense.
mm,
You a full grown adult now. It don't even, you ain't taking no test on it right now. Like it don't even matter right now. But now it makes sense because your critical reasoning skills are being developed as an adult. See, I think that's just something that should be taught in schools, just the critical reasoning piece. Once you start teaching critical reasoning and teaching people how to think and be freestanding thinkers, but when I say freestanding thinkers, we're talking about a problem right there. Because, you
Ooh.
know, you want to say, all right, walk in a single file line, you the person with critical reasoning, like, what are we doing that for?
We got all this space in this hallway. What we all
Know what I'm
clustered
saying?
up over here?
Know what I'm saying? Look, let me tell you about the bottleneck that we are creating by being in a single file line, not utilizing all this space. Motherfuckers start drawing out it's like you saw teacher algebra, and folks start drawing out square footage, diagrams and stuff. We looking at floor maps and stuff. Well, yeah,
Like,
that's the problem that I got with formal education right there, bro. Like people don't know how to think on their own, you know, and they're not taught how to think on their own. And you say the information, the world is growing around people, but people don't people don't have the incentive to grow with the world. You're learning all the information to tell you that the world is constantly evolving all the time. I heard that back in science class back in 10th grade, bro. They told us that. Like, you
yeah.
know, cells die and respawn every 7 years. Like every 7 years a cell dies and respawns. Every 7 years. It refreshes itself. So what that tell you, the world is always changing, it's always in development. Every single item, every single thing you do, like even a stone in a dry room locked in for 50 years is still changing every 7 years. It might not change much because it's a stone, but still it's changing. So, you know, the information that the world changes around us has always been there. We just never listened to it because they never taught us critical reasoning. Now, I don't know about you, but I was from a school with all black folks. They ain't really care about us. They ain't really give a damn about what we knew. They ain't really give a damn about our development. So like, you know, whether or not we knew the world was changing or not, they were like, yo, they graduated. Send them across the stage, giving their cap and gown deuces. Like they ain't our problem no more.
Yeah. About the same. About the same. Uh we yeah, it was we had a couple of trades. We had the nursing programs and stuff like that. Um,
Some bullshit.
you know, we had same thing, the regular degular. They had some stuff where as soon as you graduate, you can go straight into the workforce. You can go straight to be a RN or a we had auto tech, but they took that away from us. I wasn't able to get into that before they had canceled it or that pissed me off.
Meanwhile, the people who graduated with my sister-in-law, they out here doing like philanthropy projects and changing the world and stuff.
Come on,
Yeah, bro. It's wild.
we out here learning how to work with our
We
hands.
we out here learning how to put our hands to good work. Oh man, that's crazy, bro. I was talking to a dude yesterday, and you know it's a guy that I used to work with, and you know, cool kid, man, 21 years old, having conversations that's on our level, bro. And I'm just like he could, like if we were to put him in on this podcast, dog, he would fit in just fine. At 21 years old, bro, and I'm just like, bro, how in the hell at 21 did you become so enlightened? Like it's almost like he got worlds of experience and has been around the rock a few times, and you know, like he's our age or something like, but the dude is only 21 years old. And like I sit down on multiple occasions having business conversations with this dude. He teaching me stuff. And I'm like, bro, what? I wish I was in your head at 21 years old, man. I would be in a completely different situation. But we were having a conversation about what holds us back, and
Mhm.
I gave him a perspective because he was saying something about being his own worst enemy, and I said, look, I just want to tell you this as somebody who been blue collar his whole life. I said, look, you already world ahead, so don't focus on what you don't got going on. Focus on where you're going because you already got a leg up. You didn't start off in blue collar. Like you had a blue collar job, yes, but you ain't work a blue collar job for 20 years. I was like, bro,
Mm.
I started working when I was 12. Your situation is a little different than mine. Take advantage of that. You 21 with your head on straight. 21, bro, with your head on straight. Like you're not locked down by the system. So use that to your advantage, bro. And that what you just said made me think of that because I'm like, man, since I was 12 years old, bro.
Yeah.
12 years old, bro. 20 years, 22 years. I've been blue collar. Just decided, made a decision to not be blue collar no more at the beginning of this year. So like, when we say that, it's a sense of, oh man, what am I trying to say? You're locked in. You're familiar with it. It's the only thing that makes sense to you. Everything else don't feel right to you. You know what I'm saying? You go clock in and don't do nothing with your hands, or you ain't got, all right, let's go pick up XYZ. Let's go push such and such. Like you ain't getting on the clock and ain't nobody saying that. You like, oh shit, I gotta sit down and make phone calls. Damn. Oh, I gotta be an entrepreneur. Damn. I don't know how to do that. All I know how to do is work with my hands.
Yep. And that's where people get left behind. That's where people get stuck at, and they continue that cycle of working with their hands, working with their hands, working with their hands.
Right.
Don't learn
Right.
anything else. Don't even try. Like you said, it's like people get stuck in that piece of this is all I know. And I'm like, you can change that, right? That the person that changes that is you.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, we just gotta wait for somebody else to do it for us.
And that day will never come. You can have the greatest motivational speaker in the world sit there and tell you, like you said, there's
Holy
people
shit.
out here that'll tell you, there's things out here that'll give you a step by step blueprint on how to be successful, and you still fail at that.
I my bad. I just saw something on Facebook that just excited me a little bit. I want to shout out to Anna Jennings. She just reposted something from TikTok for me on
Hey,
in the Amazon Facebook group.
let's go.
All right, yeah, bro. Shout out to her, man. She is a huge supporter. She's actually the person that really sparked my I guess you could say like meeting somebody who's in the environment of where you're supposed to be actually makes a difference. Cause like she's a hardcore like fantasy nerd. Like
Okay.
would read a book front to back in a few days and read that joint multiple times, analyze it and review it and all type of stuff. And meeting her and having her tell me about the few books, Rebecca Yarros, and I'll just talk about people in my industry right now, so like excuse me for a second as I do a tangent. But her meeting her, that kind of sparked the whole book talk thing, getting me on TikTok to actually post and me in doing that, I actually get to see other people in the same environment, in the same space, doing the same thing. So that was big, man. Like being in. You know what? I'm there. I go moving on from the conversation again. My bad, Mark.
Oh no, you good.
It's a lot happening, man. It's a lot happening. Speaking of, man. Speaking of, I've been. I feel like I've been ranting about this job for a long time. Like, everything started off good, but as all things do at the beginning, right? Um, Went in there with a new perspective. Like I said, this year I decided not to be blue collar no more. I wanted to do some white collar stuff because I do white collar stuff at home, and it just don't make sense to go do blue collar stuff after doing white collar stuff. It just really don't make no sense. Like I just rather do white collar on my own thing. You know what I'm saying? So um, I decided that I was going to do white collar work, go work for a dealership, motorcycle dealership in the area at the beginning of this year. And I talked about some of the challenges that we had as employees, some of the pay issues that we've been going through, the changes in the pay plans and all this other stuff like that. Just simple stuff that shouldn't be happening. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want people to work for you, I just think that you should be taking care of them. And when you got people talking about they about to get their car repossessed, but then at the same time you telling them that it's very possible that they could be making six figures a year. Like, it's just stuff like that where it's just like I don't know if I can stand behind y'all no more. So um I didn't get into like full detail about everything that's been happening because I just think I thought it was just kind of like beating a dead horse. But this is the post that you were talking about, right, Mark?
Yeah.
All right. Um, so yeah, I just thought it was kind of like beating a dead horse, man. I just like, yo, I'm not about to continuously talk about this and just complain about it because that is literally the brand that we are trying not to create. Sitting around and just complaining about your problems instead of doing something about them. And I don't know, man. They changed. They did this last pay plan, and I talked to Mark about it. They cut our pay in half, literally. Like we were making 1,000 a week plus commissions, and that's what we were supposed to be getting, like 1,000 a week plus commission. Now I won't get no commissions because they weren't really paying out commissions like that. Even though I had the biggest deal in their history, the biggest deal in company history, still only got paid $100 for it. Don't know how that worked. I don't know how $71,000. I don't know how $71,000 translate to $100. I just don't know if that math. I
That
just
math
don't
ain't
know if
math.
that math is there. That math ain't mathing, right? So as we, uh, turn that in the back of your mind for a second as I proceed with this story. You know what I'm saying? They changed us from $1,000 a week to $500 a week, and then they swore up and down because the threshold is 500 because you gotta gross the weekly pay, and then everything over that you'll get paid on that. So, which is fine if they weren't holding the money. Know what I'm saying? Like you can't go back and look at their stuff and they print you out this commission sheet that don't show the rest of the money. It just show it's almost like getting a bill from
Hey,
somebody. It's almost like getting a bill from somebody for $10,000. You got a whole bunch of stuff done, but it's just like service rendered $10,000. Like, nah, bro,
hey,
itemize that, break it down for me. But they don't know, they never break it down for you, man. And it was just a lot of scandalous, uh, 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 funny stuff that was going on behind the scenes with them, man. And I was just like, yo, I can't stand behind this no more. And like every time you ask somebody a question, they ain't never got no answers for you. Like, bruh, and it got so bad that even the GM and the sales manager that brought me on both left on the same day. They both quit. Like they was just like, yep, we out. Like my man came out. They had their little meeting. He came out, was like, all right, y'all, this is my last day. Deuces. Like, like what? Like we had no warning. Like I mean, he pulled me to the side about 2 months ago and let me know that the writing was on the wall and he ain't really agree with what was going on. But I didn't think my man was going to leave. I thought he was just trying to. I thought he was just trying to get me to leave and not fire me because I thought he knew I was just kind of skating back because I was like, yo, you know what? If y'all not gonna pay me, I ain't gonna put in that much effort. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I you know I want to put in 100%, but y'all making it real hard to put in 100%. So, or well, no, I want to go above and beyond to get paid more, but y'all only making it possible for me to do 100%. So I'm gonna do everything you tell me to do, but I can't do no more because you don't make it possible for me to do that. So I stayed in that mentality, thinking that I was going to do that long enough for our plan, my Alyssa and my plan to work on the outside and just kind of transition into that. But it didn't necessarily work out that way. So October 1st, they the new pay plan went into effect. And so we're all just at work on Thursday, and all of us are talking about how what our checks are going to look like on Friday. And now I'm at this point where the check, the amount of dollars in the check actually matters. Like just to put it mildly, the number that I see in the bank account actually makes a difference at this point. So I did the math, based off of the vehicles that I sold, just roughly what the gross was on some of these vehicles. I'm just like looking at all of this stuff, front end gross, back end gross, all this other stuff. I'm just doing all these calculations. I'm just looking like, yo, there's no way that you gonna tell me that it ain't $1,000 in this pot right now. There's no way. You can't tell me. Like, there's no logical way for me to look at this and say there's not $1,000 in this pot, especially when the most expensive one that I sold was 35. Like, I don't know if we can't slide on this. So Thursday, we're at work, we're all talking about it, and we were able to go log into ADP, see our checks, and that joint said that your pay is down 46% from last time. Like ADP literally said that. Like, they give you a little. You remember ADP? Amazon used to use it.
Yeah.
So you log in, it gives you all of the breakdowns and everything like that. But yeah, that joint right at the top notification. Your pay is down 46% from the last time you were paid. And I'm just looking at the breakdown, and it was literally $20 over. Like they were saying that I made $20 over commission. $20, bro.
Come on.
And then with the girl that's been there forever, and she about to leave too. She showed me one of her commission sheets from like 4 years ago, and she was selling the same exact stuff. Her commission, she was getting $800 on stuff, $2,000 on stuff, $500 for the same exact stuff, same exact prices, same exact numbers. And I'm like, inflation happened and our checks went down somehow, like commissions went down somehow.
Yeah.
Like, how does that work? So I told my man, I said, look, he was trying to give me more work to do. And I'm just looking at it. I'm like, yo, I did all this work. We talking 100 hours, bro. 100 hours. And I got paid $1,000. 100 hours, bro. I got paid $1,000. 100 hours, Mark. And I got paid $1,000. So I was like, all right, there it is right there. And I'm just having a regular ass conversation with my coworkers, including the 21-year-old who we me and him just kind of clicking on the same page, right? Or with that whole situation. Me, him, and the other girl. We literally the last three. We literally the last three people they got, bro. And they do not give a damn on how many people they got. The only thing they keep telling people that staying, they like, well, now all the competition is going, so you get to make all the money.
And
So I'm talking to them, and I'm grabbing my backpack. I'm putting stuff in that joint. And we just still having a regular ass conversation. And it's like, I look at him. I'm like, all right, y'all, I'm out. My man look at me. He said, "You leaving? What the?" I was like, "Yeah, man, $1,000. Bro, I can't
like,
make
yeah,
sense of it. I gotta go home and get. I gotta go home and get my head on straight, bro. That's like I gotta go figure out if this is right. Like I don't know if this is right. Like I can't imagine this being right. Like I ain't seeing it, bro. It don't add up. So I went and told my manager. I was like, bro, or the interim manager, I guess you could say. I was like, yo, my wife just called me, told me I need to come home. It's like, well, you coming back? I was like, probably not. Based on the tone, probably not. Probably not.
Yes.
So I sent my man a message yesterday morning, letting him know like my status. I'm like, I'm not coming. Like, you know, I've been lied to. I've been manipulated. Like, I you can't, like, for real. Like, I got I got bills that need to be paid, and I can't pay them working with y'all. Like, literally, like, real talk. I got bills that got to be paid, and I can't do it when I'm on y'all roster. So with that being said, like, I don't want to be manipulated no more. I'll be there today, but I won't be there today as an employee. I'll be there to turn my shirts in. So, you know, that happened. I ain't get no response. That man immediately gave my leads to everybody else. And, you know, there's a whole bunch of other sprinkled bullshit up in there that I could add to this story, but you know, we ain't got all day. Like, you know, even though I say I ain't got nothing to do today, I mean, I'm not absolutely doing nothing. So, you know, that story is a whole lot longer. I promise you it is. But I like that's the
Just the
thing.
meat and potatoes.
I walked in there yesterday, turned in my shirts, talked to my peoples. I was like, they was like, "You're not here to work." I was like, I was with Alyssa, had Amara with us. So and I was like, nah, yeah, I'm just coming back here to see y'all one last time, man, because you know it's been real working with y'all. Just wanted to turn in my shirts, did my rounds, said goodbye to everybody. Managers didn't say a word to me. Didn't say a word to me. And they were bigging me up the day before, and I'm just like, huh, yep, yeah, you're my favorite guy, AJ. I like you, man. Uh-huh, yep, yep. You don't like me enough to keep my family in our house, so I don't know.
That mess is it's wild because it's so much to unpack there. But I'm glad you got into that space to get out of there. You know, I mean, they kind of put you in a position where you had to.
Yeah.
But like, for real, all right. If you listen to this episode, if you're a person that's listening to this episode, and you're trying to break away from blue collar, you want just better for yourself. Because we're not talking to the people that would be in this situation and immediately get back into the workforce, trying to get something done, so you can make ends meet. This is for the people that they didn't put in their time, or you know they already on the up and up. They like the 21-year-old Max been talking to. You know what you want, and you want better. You don't want the handouts that these jobs be giving you, because the handout is curated to only keep you at a certain level. Just like we said at the beginning of this episode, like it's gonna make you stuck. It's gonna keep you at this one point in your life, and you're just gonna constantly search for that starting point. That start of the job bliss, like Max said. That's what you're gonna be searching for if you go into blue collar. It's gonna be a constant cycle of
Well, I
being in
mean,
that.
it's just that's any job, Mark. 'Cause not just blue collar, just any job. Because I listened back to the podcast, and that started the job bliss hit me too. I was talking about the new job like it was a whole bunch better, like the grass was greener and all this other stuff. And it didn't even take 2 months of a podcast before the other shoe started to drop.
Yeah. But you gotta, it's no other way of saying it, but like you have to do your own thing out here. You have to be in your bag, create something, supply service for people. It's just it's a proven fact these days that blue collar, white collar jobs don't work. They work for the people higher up. Like if you on the ground level at the job, 9 times out of 10.
The benefit goes to the person that owns it.
Fact.
That's it. It's a one-way benefit. It goes up. Like, and that's the only thing. Money trickles down, benefit pours up in the organization. Pyramid, where you will always have the most money at the top, but you will have the most responsibility at the bottom. Like, it is what it is. Benefit only travels up. So yeah, for people who, you thinking your job gave you a better pay plan or something, or better insurance policies and all this other stuff like that, it only benefits them in the long run. Like, it don't benefit you. Like, it may help you in some way, but it's never changed with you in mind. That's not how that works.
I feel that. So if y'all didn't get it, if y'all didn't, catch it, Matt quit. He is no longer working for Power Motorsports. Blah.
Red line.
Headline
Red
Motorsport.
line.
Red line motor.
Power
Yes.
Sports.
Power. Red
I
line Power Sport.
will never again go work where one of my passions are. Never again. I can't do it. I said that I was going to do it because I love motorcycles, love being on motorcycles. Had the YouTube channel, and well, my man asked me. He said, "What, after all this time of talking about it, what made you just up and do it?" Because there was not even a decision made in the process. He was like, "You flip," and I was like, I looked around and I was like, when I look at motorcycles, I just want to like them again.
Oh.
And when I come here, I don't like motorcycles no more. I just want to like motorcycles.
Yeah, that's real. That's real, bro. Cause I'm thinking of all the people that like literally go to jobs, get jobs, in whatever respective field, and on the outside they're like they hyping this job up. They're like, oh, this is connected with something I like, and they get the job, and then it's just like any other one. It just suck the soul right out of you. Just suck the happiness and positivity just right on out of you. You should. That's dope. Dope that you got out of that. Like,
well,
that's
I don't want to focus on too much on the on me leaving there, because like I said, I already got stuff lined up. So I ain't about to sit up here and take victory like it's like, we about to ride off in the sunset with just the Aether universe. So I just wanted to be like full transparent. Like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, I was lining something up on the outside. And in the next few weeks I'll be at another job, but I'm at this point, like, I was going to stay there long enough to transition into the other joint. Like, that was the plan. but something told me that I needed to take care of me first. I want to put a spotlight on that part right there because there's a lot of people who just literally you just going you dealing with the same trauma. Your job is literally we said that they can afford to screw us, but they can't afford lube. So they just like they just doing us they raw dog the entire time, dry. So like the entire time. So like for real, you got jobs that's doing the same exact thing to you. But something told me, I was like, bruh, I did the math. I said, I haven't even posted it yet. I'll probably post that joint today because I got to record the video. But it's about scaling your business. And I said to myself, like, yo, how many books realistically would I need to sell in order to match my income at Redline Power Sports? Like, where would I need to be in order to make that happen? And turns out that I only got to make 200 sales a month in order to be at $4,000. For an author, 200 sales a month, though you may not get that at the beginning, like initially, but you can put in hard work and make that happen over time. Not only that,
Yeah.
but I don't have one book coming out. I got multiple books coming out. So how many do I have to sell of a 2-book bundle for book 1 and 2 in order to, we're talking 130 books, 130 sets that I need to sell. The books only cost $3 to make. Like for real, like I got a product. How much does it take for me to get to where I need? So I did the math. And the math said, bro, you ain't no genius or nothing, but I think you can do better than 1,000 a week. I think you could do better than selling multi like thousands of dollars worth of equipment and only getting paid $100 for it. I think you could do a little bit better than that. So I heard something. Like I said, I'm not a huge religious guy, but I am very spiritual. I'm very spiritual. I don't know what it was, but when I saw that number, Mark, and I saw that little message that said you are 40 some percent below, 46% below what you got paid last time. When I saw that number, something told me go. Don't ask no questions, just go. And I told Alyssa on the way home, I said, I don't know what it is, but something is telling me that, even though I got that job lined up, I'm not going to need it. I don't know what it is, but something's telling me I'm not going to need it.
I'm glad you went there because that's where I want to slide into next. Just having that belief system, or I wanted to ask, like, what's what headspace are you in right now? Since you left a red line, because some people, they would be freaking out right now, just like, oh, I gotta put in 1,000 applications. I gotta find a job by the
Yeah.
end of next week, or in like, honestly, do you really, like, do you not have enough faith in yourself that you can actually go out here and provide for yourself, provide for your family with the talents, with the knowledge, with just the things you have at your disposal? Like, people ain't on that out here.
Yeah. Well, what was the question?
What was your headspace? Because like I said,
Yeah,
right
just
now
ask.
people be freaking
Let's
out.
ask a question and just ask the question, bro. I got completely turned around on that. Um, nah, man, but just being honest with you, bro. Like I'd be a liar if I said it ain't in the back of my mind. Like the what ifs. Like
Mm.
I'd be a liar, but it's only because I got a family to take care of, and I got a wife and kid. wife and Alyssa is she's trying to get that Etsy shop off the ground, man, and it's coming up, but she wants to put a little bit more work into it that she wants to, or that she's able to on most days, and you know, having to separate and making things happen isn't going to be as easy as one would think it is. You know, just because both of us home don't mean that both of us are gonna be productive. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's that chasing two rabbits thing that I was talking about on a few different episodes ago. Like, you got people in the same going in the same direction, but they moving in different vehicles. So you still burning gas on both ends. So, like, you know, with that being said, when we're working, one of us has to make sure that Amara ain't gonna commit suicide. You know what I'm saying? Because she's now crawling and trying to walk and stuff and grabbing on everything. So, you know, we got a little bit of a challenge there. So, you know, I'm in the back of my mind like, yo, I don't have an opportunity to work as much as I want to work. Like, I feel bad when I step away from her to go just sit in the studio and just get the writing. Like, I don't feel good about that. But, you know, in a nutshell though, man, like, one part of me is like the biggest part, you know, and I remember telling you, Mark, like, I much rather be a starving artist and struggle than to deal with corporate America's BS, bro. Like, and I'm feeling that right now. Like, I don't even have everything lined out. Like, if I showed y'all my bank account right now, you'd be like, yo, in accordance with the bills that's supposed to be coming out, like, you'll be like, bro, what made you do that? But what made me do that was faith. What made me do that was belief. I've never been through a situation that I wasn't able to get through. Never. I've always been able to get out of it. Like, I always could see a way out. I always could see a destination. So, like, when it came time to do it, I said, bro, I'm about to get out of here. I'm going home. The first thing I did when I got home and started complaining about the job, you know, I told my wife what was going on and I started working. Because once again, we're about 8 months behind of getting this damn book done. 8 months. So I'm gonna work on that. Today, I'm gonna work on that. Instead of going to, you know, spend my Saturday at Redline Power Sports, I'm gonna work on the book. I'm gonna work on me. Because me is going to be the only thing that's going to get me ahead. Not Redline. Not no job, not the next job I'm going to. Like, you know, even if I had to go to another job after that, the only thing that's going to get me ahead is me. So that's why I walked up out of there. I don't got everything figured out. For me to say that I got everything figured out, I'll be a fool. I would be. I didn't need everything figured out. I didn't. The problem that my entire problem, my entire life, is that I've always been waiting for things to be figured out in order to make a move. And I can guarantee you that 98% of people who just heard that are doing the same thing right now. You are in a job right now that you don't like. And you're going to stay there just because you don't have everything figured out. Because you lack the faith that you can figure it out. You lack the faith that you yourself can put things into action. You lack the faith. You lack the faith that you can put your hands on something and turn it into gold.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. Mm, 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 mm. And that's the thing right there. Uh, and while you were saying that, it made me think of people that that be deep in the blue collar, like that's all they know, that's all they got, that's all they gonna do, and they talk like they got everything figured out. They believe they got everything figured out. They got vacations and just, I'm gonna spend my money on this when I get this check. They just, oh my god, bro. It's like they live the job. They live and breathe the job, and they think that this is it. It's like, oh man, oh youngin, you know, I've been here so long. I make $30 an hour, and I'm the highest grunt position that person is in, and they just like, oh, if you stay with the company for this long, you'll be here one day. I'm like, I don't want to be here one day. Like this ain't.
I don't like this. Like this ain't for me. This for you.
Say you got it, OG. You got it. You can have all
You
of it.
got it.
You can have my position if you wanted to.
I'm saying I love when people get to talking like being at a job is like, or being at a job for a long time is a bragging right. Like you get bragging rights because you've been here for 20 something
20
years,
years.
bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro, what are you talking about? I'd much rather say I spent 20 years with my wife than 20 years at my job. I'd much rather say I spent 20 years watching my kid grow up than 20 years behind a desk. And see, here's the problem, right? Here's the problem. And I noticed this because, my managers, they were trying to boost us up, and I can guarantee that, that during their startup meeting today, in about an hour, they're gonna have the same old BS speech getting told to them, where the managers are going to try to pump them up with some fake positivity and tell them that they can make all the money in the world and sprinkle rainbow dust all over them, and try to get them to do the most that they possibly can today. But like, we got a sales trainer that came to talk to us. His name is Joe Calla. Now, if you look Joe Calla up, I would say that if Joe Calla had the correct team behind him, the correct people motivating him, and fostering him the way that CJ did for ET, I could say that Joe Calla would probably be in the leagues with the Grant Cardone or Gary V. I could say that. But based off of what I seen working for this company, you know, I mean, he was just doing his job. He was contracted to come in and motivate us. So, kudos to him for doing that. But something he used to work in a car dealership, but now he has his own business. He now does he now motivates for this company and goes between their stores and hype them up and all that other good stuff like that. However, he hasn't been around since all this shit went down, so that kind of gives me, that kind of I got a lot more questions and answers on that one, but I got his number. I should hit him up today and find out what's going on with that. But he tried to sit me down a little while ago, and he wanted to talk about the CRM. And I told him, I said, look, Joe, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I can talk about selling anything in the world right now. But right now, I do not want to talk with you about selling motorcycles. And he said, what do you mean by that? I said, Joe, when you got tired of this shit, didn't you walk away and go start your own business? You work for a company right now. I mean, he's sitting across from me at my desk with his logo, his own personal logo that he drew on his shirt. And I'm like, didn't you start your own business? Then you walk away from this to do your own thing? And he just kind of looked at me like, okay, fair point. And that was the end of it. So some of y'all not even looking at we talk about that critical reasoning early on in the episode. This is why critical reasoning is important, because there are things happening around you. There are examples of things happening around you. You're not even paying attention to it. This man, his job is literally to flaunt his business and come to try to motivate me to sell for this company that's paying him to motivate their salespeople. If I was illiterate and wasn't really focusing on the signs, then I wouldn't even realize that, okay, this man, though he knows what he's doing. Because part of his pitch is I used to work, or I worked for sales companies. I did this. I sold this many vehicles for this company, blase, blase, splee. But that's not relevant right now. This man walked away from this to start his own business. And I can guarantee you, just like everybody else in the world, it was not pretty when he first quit. Now, a lot of people want to have everything lined up before they go. Like, you want to be best-selling author before you quit your job. I mean, granted, we all do. We all do. But who the fuck gonna put in the work to get you a bestseller while you at work? Who the fuck are you gonna pay to do that? I mean, maybe you might have a six-figure job where you can pay somebody to, well, you can pay somebody to do it, but I guarantee you won't have the time to write it. So there's always going to be this gray area where you have to focus on your own abilities, where you're going to have to break away the safety net. You're going to have to leave them. You're going to have to leave the shore shack. See, I'm bringing back a whole bunch of stuff. There's plenty of examples.
Whole laundry list. Break away from the shore shack. Get off your butt and
get off the safety
net. Get in that car and just go.
And if the car don't work, fuck, get on a bike.
Facts. She can't run, walk. She can't walk, crawl. Can't crawl, roll.
You gotta get there, bro. You gotta get there.
A lot of people are in this situation right now, or have been in this situation for a while, and they don't see nothing at the end of the tunnel. But this is the light. This episode right here, if you're listening to it, shall be your light. It's all right to have a job, like Max said, but you have to get into your own bag to be successful. You have to have faith and belief in yourself, in your talents, in your passions, that if I work at these long enough, one day they'll break through what I need in this 9 to 5. They will give you much more than what you can make at your 9 to 5. The 9 to 5 is very limited. It was made to put a cap on you. Like, and I don't understand why people don't see this early on, or at least just know. Like, it's one thing not to know than to know and still be in it. Like, if you don't know, you've been living obliviously. You just been letting life happen to you. You haven't been living life. You've just been going through the motions. But it's time to get it, people. It is time to wake up and get it for yourselves.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We at 58 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I thank you for letting me know that I wasn't even paying attention. Bruh, the last thing that you know, I don't even think there's much else to even add, but just focus on what y'all got going on, man. Like, just stop letting life tell you that what you got going on ain't worth looking at. It ain't worth a second look. Because I can't tell you how many people out here who just they put their focus into their dreams and their goals, and they did that, and now they're successful. They're wildly successful. Now, you don't hear about these stories because you ain't looking for them. Your critical reasoning ain't up. You gotta get the critical reasoning up, because once critical reasoning go, then you're like, all right, cool. Now I can go back into the history books and I can see exactly what this person did. Okay, such and such said that, or in this year they were doing this. Okay, well, but half of the people out here telling you their story, and their story sounds like the exact opposite of what you would do on a daily basis when you're living your own life. So all you got to do is do what they do. All you got to do is take a chance on you. They said that. Steve Harvey said it. Oprah said it. Ellen, I just heard Ellen say it. Goddamn. Who else do you need to hear say it? Everybody's saying it, but you. Everybody's saying it, but you. So they saying, take a chance on yourself. Okay, cool. Make a product. Okay, did that. All right, yep. Find a group of like-minded people. All right, working on that. Have faith and belief. Okay, don't have that, need to work on it. Just do that. Go read the Bible for something. Go read the Bible, the Torah, the Quran. I don't give a damn what you read. Read affirmations, read Grant Cardone's 10X rule, the magic of thinking big. Damn, bro, like read something. Go do something for yourself. And get out of the monotony, because it's like all you're doing is living the same thing, the same day over and over on repeat. You're talking to the same people. You're complaining about the same exact thing. Just saw a dude who was working at Walmart distribution center. They had a memorial service for him at the job. He's been there for 36 years. The man passed away. He had 36 years there, bro. 36 years. And as positive as they say he was, I mean, he was still complaining about the job while he was there for 36 years with the same people for 36 years, doing the same thing for 36 years.
That's insane. That's why.
No disrespect to my man. He was a good dude. I would say that, for the little I did know him. But it's the principle of it, bro. Your life could be so much better. It could be so much better. I'm not saying I got the perfect life because I quit my job. I'm not. But what I'm saying is that there are things out there that I want to achieve that I know I wouldn't be able to achieve while I'm working fucking 60, 70 hours a week. It's not possible. All right. And let me throw this out here. Because if for somebody who's listening to this and they want to negate what I'm trying to say, tell me why my manager, who's supposed to be making more money than I am, works night shift at McDonald's as a fry cook. Why my manager, who's supposed to be, while he's telling me that I could be making 6 figures a year, while he's telling me I can make 6 figures a year, he's riding around with a car the registration has been expired since 2021.
Right.
And he leaves it parked at work because it might be up for repossession.
That's insane.
And he also has no place to live.
So that's interesting. You said that, like, he has a job at a fast food restaurant, because I was out on my routes or whatever, and stopped at a Burger King I frequent, and it was a cop. It's a cop at the cash register taking my drive-through order, and I'm like
he was in uniform?
Yeah. I was like, Halloween is next month. I don't. No, we not. I was like, hey man, he's like, working hard, I was like, yeah, seems like you are too. He's like, yeah, man, just gotta get this second shift in. Time it's rough. I was like, bro, you a police house? Yeah. I'm like, and you doing fast food? Well, I was like, hold on, wait a minute, they don't take care of y'all. I was like, dog.
God, man.
I was like, did they call you in? Did they just need people to help you? Like, nah, man, just got done with one shift, came in, and I'm like, all right, you got it, bro. You got it. Dang.
Oh God. Bruh, I get it, man. People just trying to do what they need to do. But y'all gotta understand, man. It's more.
That's wild.
it's more to life, man. And if you follow the right steps and follow the right path, like for real, like nobody who has faith and belief in themselves are doing stuff like that, bruh. You ain't got time.
Not at
You
all.
ain't got the time, bruh. Like, I, uh, I got shit to do, bruh. I can't do a second job. And I mean, honestly, like, you know, Yada said you gotta work harder to take care of your woman. He did. He said you gotta work harder. If you feel like you can't take care of her, you need to work harder. And you know, I thought about it. I was like, oh, you know, just for a quick fix, you know, I probably need to get a second job. But you know, I thought about it and I talked to her about it, and she was like, that's absolutely not the way. Like, bro, even my wife, and like she's not the strongest believer in what we got going on, but like even her, she was just like, "That's not no, we not doing that."
You go.
Yeah, this man.
It baffles me.
Go ahead.
That's the only solution that people have nowadays. You know, and yeah, it works. It by all means, yes,
No, it
it
don't.
does work. It it's a small temporary fix to put you back in the safety net.
No, it don't.
However, if you, like Max said, break away from that safety net and get into your own bag, you could make literally 10x. You can the ain't the program 10x or something. You can 10x your life if you focus on your own bag and do what you need to do. That work. You get your hand up?
It don't work. No, I'm just like for real. Like it don't. Like I worked 2 jobs,
Hmm.
3 including the army. Like I worked 3 jobs, and I just if I didn't have 2 jobs to work, I could just pick up a shift at the other joint and just make what the other job make. So you said like it's a
Oh,
temporary
okay,
fix.
okay.
It's not a fix. It don't work. Like, it doesn't do anything. Like
I see
even
what you mean. I see what you mean.
even with the whole like me jumping ship from Amazon going to Red Line, I could have just worked the extra day at Amazon and it came out the same way. Granted, I would have been a lot more. I probably would have had a lot more gray hair, a lot more wrinkles, and my leg wouldn't work. So there's that. But still,
I feel. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Um, but at some jobs, like I said, they don't allow you to do that. Like I see your point, but yeah, it's trivial. It's very trivial. Uh, but that's the solution people come up with. Um,
blue collar is all they
and
know.
like we said, man, it's just y'all got to do your own thing. It's proven that jobs are not going. They're not gonna set you up for success. The only person succeeding at a job, like we said, the man at the top. Uh, and his success just trickles down till it gets to you. And by the time it gets to you, you have a crumb of a crumb, a fraction of a fraction of what's left of this millions of dollars you just made the company.
Hey man,
You just get little small piece off the top. Like, here you go. So we got to
you
do better, people.
satisfied? Shut up and don't talk to me.
That's if you could do it. Some jobs don't even have an open door. Some of them do, some of them don't. But even the open door policy isn't an open door policy.
The owner came into that establishment, talked to the managers, and left. He didn't have a one conversation with any salespeople, any service people. He pulled the whole Amazon on those guys. He introduced himself to me only because only because I had to say something to my general manager, and he was right there. I didn't even know who he was, and when he introduced himself to me, I knew his name, but when he introduced himself to me, I was dismissed almost immediately. So
Oh,
yeah, he didn't even make an effort.
all right.
And everybody pretty much got the same interaction with him. When he made changes and complained about things that was happening that we had to inevitably, the people at the bottom had to fix, he didn't talk to us. He talked to management as the
Yes,
owner.
bro. That must be irking my nerves.
If you got a culture that you're trying to build, why wouldn't you be there building the culture? Why wouldn't you be with your hands in it?
They ain't on that. They is not
That
on
man
that.
came. That man came in loafers, moisturized his face like every 20 minutes. Was plucking his eyebrows, nails manicured, fucking hair slick. Like I'm like, yo, bro. If I was dog, if I owned a motorcycle dealership, I pulled up on a motorcycle. I'm pulling up right in the service bay and revving the engine. I'm talking, they'll be pull up on the baddest bitch you ever seen, bruh. And oh, something need to be moved. Hey, who does this? My man over here. Hey, how you doing? My name. Let's. All right. So right quick, I see something going on over here. Can we go look at that real quick so you can explain to me what's going on over here? You ain't in trouble or nothing, but just show me something real quick. Just show me what the thought process is. That's all I want to know. And maybe we can come up with some solutions or whatever the case. All right. That's me being CEO status, y'all. Obviously,
All
this
right.
guy, he
What
was
we
just a
got,
rich
bro?
guy. He was just a rich guy that had money and bought a dealership, bro. That's daddy's money. That's problem for another day.
What
All
we
right,
got
so
coming up?
I'm working on the website, adding some of the Fiverr gigs that I got going on there, trying to get some hands on deck to reach out to me on Fiverr, make a little bit of extra skrilla. Know what I'm saying? So, they say get in your bag. I'm just trying to get in the bag. I'm trying to work on what I'm good at. Get some folks to give me a shot, get my name out there. One of the biggest things I want to do is, while I'm in the process of, if somebody sends me their novel to work on, I want to be able to give that joint a video review just for shits and giggles to to get my name out there. Also help out more people. You know what I'm saying? So help more people get what they want, and you'll inevitably get what you want. So that's something I just wouldn't mind doing. Like I'm on camera all the time anyway, so like it's just one extra step. Know what I'm saying? Take about 5 minutes, post it up, and make a friend.
Ooh, okay,
The one
okay.
thing I don't like about Fiverr is that it's just so disconnected, bro. Like you don't even get to really talk to or have conversation with the people. You don't connect on a personal level. It's just a business thing, and y'all just kind of move on. You go your separate ways. So I want to be able to get people to put a name to a face. You know what I'm saying?
Uh, I know it's more high end businesses. But you might be able to find a small little. Have you tried LinkedIn? I know LinkedIn is more
I
of like
gotta
the.
is on my list to get on LinkedIn and actually work it because I think the only thing that's on my LinkedIn right now, I got some MLM stuff on there. Like, so I
Mm,
just want to go on there and freshen it up a little bit and kind of put my skills on there as well for the same reason. Yeah. So
yeah.
it's been on my list. Just another damn social media joint, bro. Like, yeah,
I
yeah.
understand. Yeah, yeah. But I did hear that LinkedIn is more of like your it's it's definitely fiber on steroids, but it's mixed with like Facebook. It has like a lot of
Yeah.
social media aspects, but it's catered to like business, to networking and all that stuff. Yeah, definitely take a look into that. That was it. You were done.
Yeah, man. What you got coming up? No. My bad. I'll be finishing the book this week. That's definitely happening.
Oh, okay. Legit.
Yeah, that's definitely happening.
Ain't got nothing to put out yet. Just knocking out the steps that Chat GPT gave me to make this video game. We are closer to getting out of the bare bones, and we got all the mechanics down. Now we got to work on artwork, and that's gonna be fun. Might have to get somebody to help out with that, because tried drawing an A sprite, and I was like, yeah, we ain't proficient in this. We ain't that good in this shit. So definitely gonna have to reach out and network to push that forward a little bit.
That's what's up, man. Happy to hear that.
Yes, sir. We getting all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, like we're doing, we're taking chances on ourselves to get us out of the blue collar life. Hopefully you guys will do the same, because this is the Dirty Trunk Podcast, where the elephant is always welcome. It is me, your boy Marcus Morton. Always here with me is AJ McMullen. And before we go, please trample over that like and subscribe button. We do this for y'all because we love y'all, and we want to give y'all the motivation to be better than y'all were yesterday. And always remember that those who shy away from addressing the elephant in the room are doomed to be crushed by the weight of it. We love y'all.
Peace. Love y'all. See y'all next week.